Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. I am flying solo this morning. It's not something I have done in a very hot minute. So just give me 1 second. I got to make sure my stream deck is up and running, because it is a Sunday and why not? Why not have to start everything all over again, right? Because I had to reboot the computer. So if you can hear me, can you please just let me know that you guys can hear me in the comments right now? That would be fantastic. Give me 1 second as I get up the YouTube channel. There we go. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Let me know in the comments. Good morning. Make sure everything is here. Perfect. All right. There we go. Let's see if we got the stream deck up and running. There you go. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So as you're wandering around, if you hear reverb, it's just because I was moving. I was getting everything set. So there is that this morning. But good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Today is January 22nd, 2023. Good morning. My name is Nikki Damquitz. I am the Sassy Subber. And today we're going to be talking about all things Blanktastic. Woo woo. Fun, fun, right? So good morning. Good morning from everybody all over the nation. First, I would like to say good morning to everybody who is over on YouTube and good morning to everybody who is on Facebook. Please be gentle with me this morning. It is just me here today. So I can't answer your comments. But, Claire from Blanktastic, who we're talking about today, she is going to be in the comment section. She'll be answering all your questions when it comes to her product. We have a lot. If you guys saw it on Friday, it was an epic long, what was it, an hour, I guess they told me, that it took for me to unbox the impossible. She sent me 9 pounds of yumminess with all the blanket goodies. And today we're going to show some of those items off. I'm going to talk to you about some of these items. I'm going to give you some maybe food for thought, if you will. So just hold tight. Bear with me for a hot second while I say good morning to everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Just making sure that nobody snuck in the back office, right? Okay, so hopefully everything works now that I've got it turned on because, technology and I are not having a conversation this morning. I'm going to show you what we're working on right here, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to do it. So Claire decided to do some food, I guess, if you will, type of stuff for Valentine's Day. We do have a non-food item as well. I'll show you that in a second. And we have the wheel of suggestions. That's right. Let's see if we can't get this. Let's see if we can't get the camera to work today because, again, welcome. I hope you guys are having fun. So, yay, it's working. Okay. So what you see in front of me are the things that you can use for a variety of different projects. So we are going to talk about these guys first. Let's move these all out of the way. All right, we're going to talk about the wood items first. So these items right here are meant for kiddos so that maybe you don't want to do MDF, but you want to be able to offer these to your kiddos, all right? These, you could put the blow pops in there. They can sit right in. They actually act as like a kickstand. I didn't have one here, so I couldn't show it to you, right? But you could put things in this, like Linder Ball chocolates, okay? You want to put them at an angle, but when you're doing this, tape this down so it stays put. You can also just go like this and push this in here. Linder Ball chocolates are all different sizes. I didn't know that, but after a conversation with a few people, apparently they are. So you could put a Linder Ball chocolate in here. You could drop in, these ones are the bigger ones. Hold on. I know there's one that fits. Maybe it's not on this one. Okay. So yes, you can put the peanut butter cups in some of them. I'll show you the different ones. But for these are for the Linder Ball chocolates. Again, you might be able to fit a Cadbury egg in here at some point when they come out. You can find out what other candies you could fit into this hole so that you have, how cute is that thing, right? So what are these meant for? Well, not everything in our world needs to be sublimation, right? Sometimes we can sell stuff that's maybe a DIY project. So here's our DIY project. Your kiddos can sit here and color in, and I am horrible at coloring in this morning. Okay. They can use markers. Okay. Let's see. We can use crayons. And of course, colored pencils will also work as well. But now the kids have a project. You can also use these as napkin ring holders. These right here are large size, like bag or pocket hugs, if you will. So again, these are projects. These are great for birthday parties. They're great for Valentine's Day. They're great. They're going to be great for Easter. Lots of different fun things. I like the DIY projects for a kiddo just because busy hands make for a less crazy kid, right? So I love the fact that we can have some DIY projects that aren't necessarily made for sublimation. They don't always have to be. Okay, so we have that. So again, we can sit here and color in, and I could sit here for hours and just color. Coloring is very therapeutic for me. So just like everybody else. So we're just going to, my sheep's going to have blue hair today. Okay, judge me later. I don't care. Tomorrow's my birthday. We can just judge me later. If I want to have blue hair, I'm going to have blue hair. There. All right. Oh, what we need to do is over here. Okay. So we can color these in. They will not come off. It's crayon. It's marker, right? But once you're all set and done, you pop these little candies in here. They fit a nice snug fit, and now they're great for a little gift giving idea. So we have those on there. Let me go put the banner up for Blanktastic. Give me 1 second, please. Again, when you're the only one working the cameras today, it's a thing. It's a thing. This is where you're going to be able to find all of that yummy goodness is over there at blanktastic.com. So make sure you go over to her. She has her own page. She also has her .com, if you will. All right. So we have that. Now we're going to get into the unisub type material, as you see here in front of me. So these two items right here, I'm going to show you. You're going to be able to get these. They're in my Amazon cart. They should be. If not, they will be. No, they are. These are the candy domes. All right. These candy domes come 52 a pack for $100. You're going to be able to use these for a wide variety of things. So you could put candy, you could put goldfish, you could put whatever you want in these domes. Okay. And you're going to be able to use 3M dots or double-sided tape. As soon as I find my double-sided tape, it's around here somewhere because, you know, that's what it is. But you could, there. You could use double-sided tape or your dots. We are going to sub these first. And then these little guys, look at, they go right here. And I'm going to show you why. You're like, Nikki, okay, you're all about making sure you can use things, repurpose things. Let me show you what we're going to do. So let me find my handy dandy tool here. Of course, there it is. My 3D Pro Puff tool here. If you don't have one, I'm going to ask you why you don't. That's another question. Because you know what? I saved my nails. Okay. This guy's already off. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do with these because you're like, Nick, those are some substantial size items. You're absolutely correct. All right. So we're going to be pressing these. We're also going to be pressing these. Where the heck's the other one? Oh, you know, I probably already. Give me a sec. Okay. We're going to be pressing this and this. And this guy, this is your non-food item. It's those shoelace ties, and it has the handle on it so you can hang it up. A mom or dad can hold it. A friend can hold it while they're learning to tie their shoe. Whatever it may be, we're going to be doing this today. And of course, the wheel of suggestions. So I'm going to put the wheel of suggestions to the side for a second. We are working on Valentine's Day today. So let me grab our transfers. Like I said, I like to repurpose my items, especially when they're this big. When they're this big, you definitely want to make sure that you can use them for something else afterwards. And that's probably one of my biggest complaints that I have as a designer is because I look at something with some practicality to it. And maybe that's right or wrong or indifferent. I don't know. But at least this way, there's going to be some practicality. What did I do? I added here a place for you to use this as a dry erase board. So this is a tic-tac-toe board on my little lion. And then on my sloth, they could play the dot game and the tic-tac-toe, and you're still going to be able to add the candy. I want it to be able to be used for something for later use. If you're going to spend the money on it, let's make sure that you can use it. So let's line up all of this stuff because it's going to be on here. You know a good designer and you know a good vendor when their stuff just fits, when you could just lay it down and the design just fits. When it just fits, you're like, oh, thank goodness. Because there is nothing more frustrating than having a template come in from a vendor and not have it fit, right? One of the hearts is meant for Play-Doh. I know. I will explain. Don't worry. The one that I'm working on right now is meant for Play-Doh, but I didn't have Play-Doh. So the Play-Doh, actually, the mini Play-Dohs fit inside this. Don't worry. We'll get there. Don't worry. I'm there. I'm very well aware of my job. Thank you, though, for helping. I appreciate you. Okay. I just haven't gotten there yet. Slow your rolls, people. It's only Sunday. Will the 1 inch fit the MDF? I will hold. This is why I don't read the comments during the Sass. Okay. Let's get this all lined up. We don't need a frustrated Nikki already this morning. I already am frustrated. Okay, let's see if this will... I hope he fits. He might be a little big. My thingy might be a little big. Oh, he might be a little big. I might have to revamp this guy, but we're just gonna go for it, right? We're gonna do it. We're here for it. I think I need to revamp my little guy here. I think his template's just a touch big. I mean, that or my Highland cow is a little bit small. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. We're here for it. We're here for it. Okay, so we have those. So these are the hearts. Some are candy for candy, some are not. So patience is a virtue. So hold up for that. We have our shoe. This shoe is from T-Ray Creation. This is Terry Fillmore's. She was on last night with me, and I said, hey, can you help me out? Can you help a sister out? She's like, I am on it. I'm like, perfect. So she created that for me. The sloth is my favorite. 100% hands down, he is my favorite. I did the sloth for, okay. So let me go grab some investments here. What is this investment? It's called paper. Okay. We put this down. We protect our investment, which is our heat press. I am going to take just a regular old piece of MDF. I'm going to make sure that my pressure is going to be correct. Perfect. Okay. So you can see on the little camera, I have this. We're going to do these guys first. Anything over 6 inches, you could pre-press. This is something I'm not going to pre-press, but I am going to go put it on the press. Do you have to pre-press all of your MDF? The short answer to that is no, you don't. Anything that's smaller than typically 6 inches, I will pre-press. It's also a judgment call. There we go. And so, but I do like to pre-press stuff that's over 6 inches typically. So you'll see that for the wheel of suggestions, I will pre-press that. So now this is at the right time, temp, and pressure. I have it at 395, 465. We're going to drop it like it's hot. Why? Because it is. So while that's over there cooking, let me talk to these things that now that they're here, because you guys are all in the comment section racing to the end of the thing. Let me get there. I'm not there yet, but let me get there. So what you're looking at is a bunch of hearts and this little guy with a hole in it. What are they meant for? These are meant for candies. Okay. lollipops. You can put in the Linderball chocolates. You can decide. I know in this one you can fit the little Reese's peanut butter cups in there. Now this guy, the one with the bigger hole, is meant for, I think it's the 3-ounce maybe Play-Doh. It's the small size Play-Doh that's only about this tall. It fits inside here. It's a great to from for Valentine's Day. They just pop right into the hole, right into here. And that's all that's for. Okay. So honestly, you could also put in a bunch of blow pops in here, tape them all up, put them inside the hole. Now it looks like a bunch of flowers, if you will. So really, you could be creative with this. It doesn't have to necessarily be for Play-Doh, but this one is the Play-Doh one for this particular heart. All right, I'm gonna do a swappy doppy do here. All right, we're going to press the other ones. Okay, so MDF comes off of here. It's hot. So protect your other investment, your fingers. I have no fingerprints, but holy goodness, is he adorable. Oh my God, he's cute. I made a cute, really sloth. I mean, how cute is he? How cute is he? How cute is he? Okay. I did make a unicorn design. I have to just show you. I can't press him because I thought I had a small unicorn. I don't. I only have a large one. So I got to tell you, she is super fabulous. We will be making sure that I show you guys her in a different live. So here you go. We have your shoe. We have your sloth. What you're going to want to do, you can take shoelaces. You could put ribbon. If you're going to use ribbon for the shoelaces, make sure you burn the edges of your ribbon. You can use twine. I don't recommend twine for kids. It's a texture thing. Do something that's nice and soft, or go get some very inexpensive shoelaces. Add those in here. You could do, like I said, lace, or not lace, but ribbon for that. We're going to pull everything off the press, and then we're going to put it all together. Whew, she's hot. Hot tamales. Right? I mean, seriously, look at that guy. Look at those eyes. How can you not love those eyes? He's just adorable. And this is what I'm talking about right here. Why did I do it this way? Because I want the child to be able to use it afterwards. You might be able to even get the little pen clips so you could put the dry erase marker on here. They can have some candy with it, goldfish, a snack, whatever you want to do. It's completely up to you. How you decide to market it to your people, I'll show you in a hot second. And then you have my little lion. Oh my God, he's totes adorable. Okay. Oh, he came out perfect. You know, I worried whether or not he was going to come out cute. How cute is my Highland cow? There we go. We went out last night and celebrated my birthday early, and I had to come home and design. That was fun. Let's just say that was fun. Okay, so let's talk about these things. Let's talk about how you're going to market them. Let's talk about the fun things that you could do with them. First and foremost, here's your domes. I've already got candy in my one dome. All right, so you can provide these domes and let them fill them, or you can fill them. The idea for me is to let them fill them. What you can do is offer the 3M dots for the back side of it. So, whoops, sticky dots. The only thing is, and you might want to have it to where they can just do like a peel and stick kind of thing. So what you're going to want is to make sure that there's some sort of like paper backing that they could pull off. Okay. So we're going to use this one as a suggestion. Make sure your 3M tape, tell them to peel it off. Make sure it's removable. Don't use permanent. Okay, we're going to put this on here. Just tell them to press it down, fill with candy. And actually, how you're going to tell them to do it, take it like this and push it and then go like this. Okay. And then they have their little dome full of wonderfulness. Now, so now they have this. We're going to set this aside for a hot second. You have your dome here. You also can use the Expo dry erase markers so that they can play games all day long with whomever. Okay. They could play the dot game with their friends. All right. And the nice part is it all comes off. All right. So this is an after game. I decided that with all of these different shapes that have the domes, because they are a large item, they come with a game afterwards. That was important to me because I didn't know what to do with the shapes afterwards. Well, what are these people going to do with them? You can do games on here. You can have them make it so they can write their name on here. I chose games because we're going to be going into the travel season because yes, we are at Valentine's Day. I know we're almost at Valentine's Day. We're going to be at Easter. We're going to be for spring break. You're going to end up at the summer. This way, it's a great travel game to take with them on the road or in the airplane, wherever it may be, a quiet activity for a child that isn't tech related. All right. So that's how you can market this particular thing. So they get a little snack. If you pull by the tab, they pull off their little sticky thing. Put that back on there. All right. Now they've got their game. And now they can play. So yes, on this one, they can use the dark markers on the red. And there you go. Now you have 2 travel type games with some candy, whether it's Valentine's Day, whether it's, for Easter, wherever these may be, you're going to be able to use these for a couple different reasons. These are also going to make great grab bag gifts or gifts for kiddos for birthday parties, right? That kind of thing. This is a great idea for them. They're a great travel go. Add a Sharpie marker, add some candy, let the parents add the candy. It doesn't even matter. Okay. So, has to have the games for me. Bling on the shoe. Yep, you could do anything you want on your shoelaces. Today, we're just going to use twine. The only reason, like I said, no to the twine is because it is a texture thing. All right. But I just happen to have it sitting right here. So that's what we're going to use. Okay. So how do you lace these? Well, you lace them however you lace your own darn shoes. Okay. So I tend to do this a little backwards. And you guys are going to go, Nikki, that's absolutely the backwards way to lacing a shoe. You're right. It may be. So I do this to anchor the rope inside. Crazy as that may sound. But there's really no wrong or right way to lace a shoe. Okay. If you want to anchor it. So I know what you're thinking, Nick. You're going down through the back. I know, but I'm going to come back up over here and it's going to come up over here. And I'm going to do the same for the other side. Why? Because I want the laces to kind of just anchor themselves in. Now that you understand the reasoning for the madness, you're going to go, oh, kind of keeps the laces in the spot. It still provides the laces. So we're going to go back down through this hole because it's just for tying. You're going to lace it however you want. You're going to lace it frontwards, backwards, and in between. I'm doing it so that they don't come loose. Okay. So now this is a great way for a child. Bunny ear through the hole, tie. Okay. Now they can sit there and practice tying their shoes. Again, how you lace it's completely up to you. The handle is so that you can hook it onto things. You can hang it onto things. A parent can hold this. A friend can hold this, whatever it may be. They can sit there and use this. But yes. So thank you to Terry for whipping that out for me. This is a great non-food type gift to give to a child. Great for those who are learning how to tie their shoes. So there is that. Now, onto the food type items. Well, this one's not food. Like I said, I don't have the Play-Doh. So this is the Play-Doh one. Again, dry erase spots that you could put in there. You can also use Sharpie marker, and you could tell your parents that. So here's these guys right here. We're going to pull out our candy, and I'm going to show you how these work. 3-ounce Play-Doh, Claire says. It is for the 3-ounce Play-Doh. Okay. So as you saw, we have the wooden versions. Well, here's the MDF versions. All right. Here's our cute little guy. I mean, seriously, how adorable is that? So for this one, I decided, well, maybe I don't want just Linderball chocolates. Again, what you decide to fit in these is completely up to you. However you want to market them is completely up to you. I personally like me some chocolate. I also like me some peanut butter. So you just gently push them in. You can tape them to the back. Okay. I decided to go this route. You can go the other way, but you can tape them onto the back. You could decide however you want to do this. You could push them in, and now you have a cute to from type of gift. Again, Linderball chocolates or the mini. Claire didn't think of the mini Reese's peanut butter cups, but you know what? Your girl loves some peanut butter cups, so that's why this was a thing. Again, this is one of those, you can use a Sharpie marker or a dry erase marker. I just happen to have a dry erase marker. So because this is for Blanktastic, we're going to go to Claire from the bestest, because I am the bestest. Okay. So there you go. You can use your dry erase markers on here. I will do on this one. Let's see. Is my permanent marker right there? Of course not. Where did I stick it? Well, red will do. It is Valentine's Day. So here's my permanent marker. Again, we're going to put this one to Kelly. Now, do you see what happens with the permanent markers on here? I forgot that this happened with the permanent markers. So the permanent markers are harder on this than your dry erase markers. So you can reuse these over, or you can actually just put them in if somebody orders them. But if it's for a class, as you can see, that didn't work out well. I forgot that the Sharpie markers take a little bit to hold on to this. I know we tested it out, and that was the problem, is that the Sharpie markers, for some reason, decided to be stupid. But the Sharpie marker, or the Expo markers, were not. So let's try this again. So you have your, these ones are your dry erase. I want to see something real quick too. Nope, can't use that one. So here you go. There's your answer to your questions and many, many more. Let's see if we can use this one without separating. Nope. Okay. So you're either going to have to put their name in there, the to or from for them, or have them use an Expo marker, because if you use the permanent marker, it's going to separate, as you can see in this. And it took me putting this on here a couple times. I'm going to get up nice and close so you guys can see that. It will be permanent, but it's going to have that look to it. If you're okay with that look with it, then go for it. Knock your socks off. But I just want you guys to be very well aware. This is why we do the Sass, is to show you the things that I find so that you guys are successful, because we don't want to have unsuccessful people. And because you know what? Life is already hard enough. We don't need to be fighting over this. So yes, you could put their name on here. Yes, you can use a permanent marker, but please note that they might want to go over it twice. So if a child is doing this, think about it. If you want to be able to do it, so it does work. It absolutely does work. It's just I had to go over it twice so that I could see it, because the ink does separate a little bit. But again, it's up to you what you choose. You can use these right here, the Expo markers. Okay. The Expo markers work really well on these. Yes, you could see it separates a little bit. It's probably because this one's still warm. But at any rate, once they're done, you can just pull this off. If you notice on this one, here, let me pull the candy out here. I am not able to pull that off, but let me just show you something real quick. If I remember correctly, which if I'm right, I believe I could take it off with the rubbing alcohol if there is a mess up. All right. Yep. So there you go. you could just tell them they can use a permanent marker. And if for some reason there's a mess up, don't worry. Just use rubbing alcohol. Okay. These are great napkin ring holders. Somebody said you could use them for a scarf. You absolutely can. There's a lot of different options. Think outside the box when it comes to this kind of thing. It sounds crazy, but you could also wrap paper around spaghetti. Put this over the spaghetti. Hear me out. Put it with a bottle of sauce, to from, dinner on me, kind of something. But just put paper around the spaghetti so it's not touching the wood, and it's uncooked spaghetti. Okay, so you could put that in there, do to from, dinner on me, that kind of thing. It goes in with there. Throw a bottle of sauce in there, maybe a loaf of Italian bread, and now you've got a dinner on me, and this is a cute little tag for that. Just a thought, think outside the box, randomness. Okay, so let's try this one again. Okay, so let it dry. I am blowing on it because I'm going to go back over this again. Because when you go back over it again, it adheres better because it's already got a base that's dry underneath it. And you can decide how you're going to market these. And there you go. Okay, so that's how that works. Again, if they mess it up, easy peasy lemon squeezy. We can definitely take this with some rubbing alcohol and you can start over. So you could just tell them they could go over it again if they need to, with no worries. All right. Okay. So here we go. We have in here, let's look at these things right here. What could you use them for? You can use them for a wide variety of things. You can even put bunches of, oh, can you put bunches of crayons in here? Where are my crayons? Where did they just go? Oh, they're there. I'm curious. I'm just curious about something. So you could get some crayons, wrap them up with some paper, and you could put this with them. Oh, that's adorable. Okay. I was wondering, like, what other non-food, because, you know, schools, what other non-food items you could put into these things to sell them, right? So you could put some crayons in here, wrap them up with a piece of paper around it so that it fits inside there. Now they've got crayons and now they've got their cute little DIY project. You could do that with that. That's a good idea. Like I said, you can do some non-food things. We don't want to always have to have some food things, but there you go. So now we're going to work on the next project. Now that you guys know, you guys can do what you need to do. Would also be the bubble. A bubble container would be cute also in the hole. A bubble container would be cute inside the hole. They don't fit. They'd have to be smaller. Because these don't fit. They don't fit. You're right, though. I bet you could find some smaller ones. These ones just are too big. But you might be right. Okay, so now let's get to the wheel of suggestions. That should just say it right there. Okay, so on the wheel of, where did that go? That's an important piece. Okay, the wheel of suggestion. We can use this wheel of suggestion for a lot of different things. So it could be a chore chart. It can be a date night. It could be a vacation spot. It could be used at your vendor shows and so much more. We're just going to leave it at that. We're just leaving it at that because I can't go anywhere else with that. All right. So I'm going to use mine as a dry erase board. Why? Because I want it to be forever changing based on whatever it means. Maybe I want to use it for dinner night. I'm going to make sure that mine's used for dinner night. Where's my tool when I need it? Okay. So I'm going to use mine for maybe dinner, the different choices that I would like to have for dinner that week, that kind of thing. And then I can take off what we already have so we don't get it again, like pizza 4 nights in a row. Because I understand pizza as a food group, but I do not need to be eating pizza 4 nights in a row. Okay, so I already went ahead. This piece right here is already been super glued on. This, it just acts as a buffer in between the wheel. So this is already on here. This will get put in later. This goes in here. And this is your arrow, which we're also going to sublimate. So let's set these pieces aside. You also have a dowel that you're going to end up gluing in. I won't be doing that right at the moment because, well, I'm not going to. All right, so you have your wheel. All right. Line up the wheel and line up the arrow. So whether you're putting candy in the holes or you're sitting here and you're making a wheel of suggestions, and we all know what the suggestion box looks like for our life, right? So there's that. You can use this for a variety of different things. Again, you can sell it to maybe Claire sells cars for a living. Okay. So she actually works in the car industry. She helps with loans. This could be good to give her dealers so that they can, you get X number percentage off, or you get this kind of free service or something like that. She could sell to all of her dealers, and then the client could go and spin the wheel of what they're going to get, which is a really cool idea. You could market this to businesses, other businesses, and you could put their logo in the center and say, okay, here, it's for a discount code, and let them use it as a dry erase board so that they can change it, right? So let's go do this real quick. Because I didn't pre-press it, I am going to add just a touch more pressure because I did not pre-press it. I should have pre-pressed it. I didn't. I got talking to y'all and I forgot to pre-press it. That's fine. So I added a little bit more pressure so it can get all the moisture content out of it. It really is on that cusp of how big something should be to be pre-pressed in MDF, but that's okay. We're just going to work with it today. It is definitely, yes, you should pre-press your wheel. Thank you for that, Randy. Yes, you definitely should pre-press your wheel. I completely forgot talking to y'all and trying to multitask. But yes, you definitely should. Anything over 6 inches is what I tell everybody. You should pre-press it first to get the moisture content out. And when you're not doing a live and you're not standing here talking to 1,000 of your closest friends, then there you go. That's what we have going on right now. You can use that wheel for a lot of things. That's why it's a suggestion, Evelyn. It could be a suggestion for a lot of things. That's where the origins of the wheel came from, just so you know. But anywho, we are a good PG-13 shout here this morning on a Sunday on a Sass. Keeping it PG. Keeping it PG. Okay. So yes, I should have pre-pressed this. I am going to let it cool down for just a millisecond here because, well, the bigger the MDF, the hotter this sucker is. Okay. New to sublimation. What is MDF? Well, hello, Clarissa. All right. All right. So what is MDF? It's basically board in a nutshell. So MDF, this particular MDF is specially coated for sublimation. There is a special coating on it that allows for us, when you're using your sublimation printer, to put the image on it. Remember, with sublimation, it's off gassing. So you print it out of your sublimation printer, and then what happens is it off gases when heat and pressure is applied. So the image that comes off your paper goes onto or dyes, it's dyed sublimation, right? So it dyes your product. It has to have the coating on it. You can't just go pick up MDF from your local hardware store and think that it's going to work. This is a specially coated product that is white, atypical. Or it has a poly coating on it if it's wood. So there are some wood substrates that are poly coated that you'll still get the wood look, or it's going to be white. You see this brown? That's just because there's a sticker there on a film on this that you peel off from the laser cutter. But when I flip it over, you'll see this is white. So it allows for you to make something that is white into full color. Watch. So here is this started out white. Here's my glitter. My really pretty glitter arrow, okay? Then, as you just saw on that wheel, here's this wheel. So this would be great for your son when he needs to pick choices. When you want your children to have good, healthy choices, you can do the wheel. Go spin the wheel and tell me what our healthy choice is for the day. Or what our chores going to be for the day, because we don't want chores, but what fun game can we play? Maybe game night with family. You can make this into a game night wheel, okay? So there is that portion of it. So this is a lot of things that you can do with this. It's very marketable for a lot of different reasons. You can market it down to a child's level of what this could be. It could be a family game night. It could be, and you can make a board. The board you can make out of a placemat, spin the wheel, and then they have to move so many spaces, or they have to do so many crazy things. Like on this for the wheel, you can have them must hop 15 times. So when your kids are home on vacation, you could say, okay, you guys are getting crazy. Let's go to the wheel. And on the wheel, all right, I need 10 jumping jacks, whatever the wheel happens to land on, right? It gives them a little bit of a break. You know what? You need a break right now. Let's go take a break. Let's see what the wheel's going to tell us. And that's great for a kiddo, right? Because that just allows for them to take a break when life is crazy. And they love it because then they get to also pick. So again, this is a dry erase board as well. Now, if you move into the older kid genre, the teenagers, maybe this is, like I said, family game night. Maybe this is a chore chart. Maybe this is dinners that you want in here. But if you move into the adult realm, if you go into like wedding stuff, this could be some fun stuff right here. We're going to leave it at that. But this could be some fun stuff for our newlywed. So there you go. You're welcome. Great gag gift. Okay. Now that we're there, so now that we have this press, this is going to fit in here. It is a snug fit. So just keep that in mind. And all right. So now that we have the arrow, it's going to sit like this. It's going to be harder to see from this particular camera, but at least you're going to be able to see what I'm doing. This right here, you're going to want to glue this in, okay? So you're going to want to glue this into this spot. So how do you glue this in? Great question. I'm glad you asked. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some super glue around this dowel. Put your finger behind the hole and just let it sit there and hold it. You got to let the E6000 and whatnot. And then this way it'll sit there. Okay. So now we have that. This guy, you don't glue on. It's basically like a stopper. Okay. So we're going to put this. Don't mind my head in the way. Hold, please. Sometimes, I try to take things the hard way. Why not? Hand behind the hole so I don't push it through because it's still being glued on. Why isn't that fitting? Do I have the wrong one? No, I don't. Okay. There we go. So we have this. We have this. We have this. And then you just put this guy on top of here. Okay. So it allows for him to spin. Let me get him in here further. once you get this going, it works out perfect. Okay. As you can see, I'm spinning it. So now I'm going to go to the big camera. Let's see. Hopefully let me switch over. There we go. So now, hold it by here. Now you can, whoops, it's because it's not sitting, just so you know. It has nothing to do with it not working. It's just because I'm holding it. Okay. It's a tabletop. You can just spin this. It stops it from being wonky. Let me push this all the way back. There we go. Okay. So you don't want it too tight when you're pushing this on here. You do want a little bit of give. Let me push this up just a little bit. Okay. Again, it's just because how I've got it. But again, it's one of those things you can really get this thing going. So take your dry erase marker. Maybe this is pizza. Maybe this is chicken. Maybe this is takeout. Okay. We'll make a bunch of these and different ones so you don't have so many choices. But then you see, oh, it's on the line. We're going to spin it again. We're not doing anything for dinner. It's Skippo. Right? It just depends on how it is. But again, this allows for you to go in and just change it out each week or for each idea. It's great for the family because again, you can have whatever wheel you want for it and make it a thing. Let me put my cap on my glue here. All right. So we will go over everything in just a hot second. Thank you guys all for who are joining. So this is the wheel of suggestions. And you guys can use it for a wide variety of things. If you're just joining, hi, my name's Nikki. I'm the Sassy Subber. And we are doing things from Blanktastic, as you can see below. You can go find all these products over there. So we're now getting to the point where I like to call this the rewind. Okay. What is the rewind? It's where I'm going to sit here and I'm going to recap everything we talked about today. I'm going to show you what we have. I'm going to talk to you about some things, offer some suggestions, but make sure you head over to blanktastic.com for all of these items. As you guys seen me on Friday, I did an epic long unboxing, if you will, for all things Blanktastic. All right. And we showed off a lot of different items. I'm going to show you guys from the big camera here and from the little camera. Okay, first things first, we talked about these guys right here. These are our DIY crafts. This is not an MDF product. It's definitely just wood. This allows for kiddos to color them in. You can offer them as Valentine's Day, sweet treats, whatever. These fit the litter ball chocolates. You just gently push it enough into that hole because it's chocolate. It will mold. Don't worry, it's not going to kill it. It's chocolate. Okay, so you can put those in there, colored in. Again, we had done these. These are pocket or bag hugs, or just honestly, just a DIY project. You can add coloring crayons or pencils with it, but look at how cute that is, right? So we have that. Going back in through the candy realm, we have these guys, okay? So we have the candy hearts for our to from. Okay. Oh, I opened that up. That means it has to be eaten by me. And we also have these guys. We have a couple different animals shapes. I am getting to all of these designs. I just got the box Friday, so I had to go through and make a couple of designs for everything. So whether it's my Highland cow or it's the hearts that you could do to from, you can fit in some Linder Ball chocolates. You can fit in the mini Reese's peanut butter cups, all fit inside this as a great sweet treat to give to someone, whether it is for Valentine's Day, whether it's a favors for a wedding, whether it's favors for a bridal shower, whether it's just a just cause Mother's Day. Really, these are going to be able to be used for a lot of different things. You can also give them as grab bag gifts for when, for kids' birthday parties. Then they get a sweet treat, plus they get this little project right here. We also talked about, where's the other ones? Where did I put them? You know, I hate when I pick things up and put them away. You know, hold please. Good gravy. Did anybody see? Oh, there they are. Okay. So we talked about that. We also talked about a non-food gift idea. That would be the shoe. This is great for any kiddos, pretty much as toddlers. The sooner you start to introduce this, the more they start to learn. I do suggest you not using the rickrack on the the twine. I suggest you not because of the texture. Use either ribbon or actual shoelaces because it is a texture issue. This can be rough on little ones' fingers. So this is the shoelace one for you to tie your shoes. It does come with a handle. Why is the handle there? So that a parent can hold it, or it can hang up and they can stand there at the wall and do it. Really, that's what this is for, so that you can hold on to it. Great little shoelace. Thanks to Terry Fillmore from T-Ray Creations for creating this for me. Next up, what we talked about is some other things. This is the Play-Doh one, right? This is the one for the 3-ounce Play-Doh that you just snap right side in the hole. You put a to from on here. A great gift giving idea. Again, this is great for parties, not just for Valentine's Day. She will have other shapes as well for the Play-Doh spot. Use it how you ever feel so inclined to. Okay. This is me. This was 100% my thoughts on this. So these are for the candy domes. All right. Ooh, don't fall off. All right. We're going to do that candy dome thing. So the candy domes can either be already filled, or you can give them like this, where you put the little dots on the back. They're a removable dot. So all you have to do is pull them off. And now you have a dry erase board game. This one's tic-tac-toe. Okay, so you can literally give this as a twofold project. So not only do you give them candy or goldfish or gummy bears, whatever you want to put in these things, okay? Hi, Charlie. Whatever you put into these things, completely up to you, or if you allow the parent, because again, for food allergies, allow the parent to fill it with whatever they want. Put the 3M tape on the back, as long as they can peel the backing off of it, would be perfect. I decided to go one step further and add a game to it. Why did we add the game? The reason for the game, well, is just that. It's a game. It allows for us to add a sweet treat. It allows for us to have a game afterwards. So we've repurposed this. We all like a good repurpose because you look at them, they're rather big. And because these are so big, I didn't want them just to be thrown in a drawer or thrown away. I wanted you to be able to use them for the non-techie travel so that the kiddos can sit there and play tic-tac-toe or play a dot game. They get a sweet treat. Okay. Making sure I put my dots on correctly. Okay. So this is the idea behind this. They lift up the tab. Granted, it's a child. They're going to lift it up and it's going to go everywhere. You can't stop how they're going to open this. What you can do, though, is add a piece of tape. Once it's full, suggest this to the parents if you're going to have them filling it. Okay. And then have your little dots on the back. Put that on there. And now when they go to lift this off, it's going to come off as one piece. It's not going to sit there and have M&Ms everywhere. Okay. So, but look at that. You can get the clips for the sharp markers. Maybe you want to add this to it. So now it's all in one. Really, it's completely up to you how you decide to do this. It could just be this. You could actually put this in a cosmetic bag when you're done. But the dry erase markers are going to be the go thing for your traveling needs. More and more people are traveling. As we know, we've gotten well back into full swing since COVID. So this is a great travel thing for any kiddo. You can do what you want with it. But as you can see, great quiet time for any person. Pull this off. Now they've got a snack. Maybe you're going on a road trip. Now they can play dots or they can play tic-tac-toe with their siblings. Whatever it may be, they could sit and practice and write their name, but they can do this over and over again because it's a dry erase board. I wanted the twofold project so that you, as the middleman to call you something, knew how to market it, knew how to sell it so that it's what can you do afterwards with it. Okay. And that was important to me, that you guys have another way to market these things. And that was this. Look at how cute these guys are. They're absolutely adorable. So now you can put them in the drawer. They're nice and flat. Once the candy's gone, you have some dry erase markers and you're golden. These guys right here, you can have these or you can have these guys. Again, a DIY project or a just cuz, whatever it may be. You add in the candy and it's a great gift idea. Okay. We talked about these guys right here. All right. Pretend this was this doesn't even fit, but it would go inside here. The Play-Doh, 3 ounce. All right. Or you can have these guys. And then you guys saw it. It's the wheel of suggestions. It's whatever you suggest. You can make it just a solid color, put a dry erase marker on it, sell it as a gift idea for presents, for weddings, for bridal showers, for your vendor booths, for adult night, family game night, chore suggestions, maybe some activity for your kiddos. Go outside and play for 10 minutes. Whatever it may be, that's what this can be used for. It is the wheel of suggestion. So we do have that. That's a lot of products. And that's not even all of it. If you guys hadn't seen it, I still have all of this to get through. Okay, so that's just some of the many things that have come out of Blanktastic. You guys are going to see a whole lot more in the next week or so of stuff. So make sure you guys go to blanktastic.com and check everything out. Let's see, perfect for class gifts. Exactly. The great wheel of names teachers options of what to get extra credit. Or like Sarah my daughter Sarah's a second grade teacher, and maybe it's a fun way to say, you know what? You did a great job today. Go spin the wheel. And whatever it is, that's your prize. It could be stickers. It could be an eraser. It could be 5 minutes of extra recess. It could be, you could be the teacher for the day or the moment, right? How fun would that be for a class gift idea for a teacher? But I like the dry erase side of it because then the teacher has the option to change it. Teachers don't have a lot of money. And so if they have the option to be able to change that for whatever their need is, which is a really good idea. I will be offering the different triangles. So that one has a lot. I will have one that has a little bit less in it. It will come as a bundle. That is my thing for 2023. If you guys have seen, I have started to offer more bundles. Why is that? And I feel like I should explain it to you from a designer's point of view. So as a graphics designer, I can sell you a design, this little tiny guy, for $5. Great. But when you want to buy the entire set, that adds up. So as a graphics designer, I made a choice. I wanted to be more budget friendly for you guys. So I will be bundling a lot more of my items. I already bundled my towel designs. We're going to be bundling this kind of stuff that comes out of any of my MDF vendors. The reason being is you get more bang for your buck. I'm already in designing it. And yes, I could go sell it 5 days or $5, $5. But here's my reasoning. You might not want this guy, but you might want other guys that are in there. But at least now you have it to offer your client. You might not like it, but your client may like it. But maybe if I listed this singly, I may never sell this file. So now I'm going to pay to list it, my time and my effort to list it on my Etsy shop. Then not only that, if it never sells, it auto renews. And that's another, 20, 30 cents to have it renew for it to never sell. At least if I add it into the bundle, you're going to pay less for my bundles than if you were to pay for the individual file. And it gives you something to market to your client. Even if you don't like it, maybe your client will. I mean, but how do you not just love a Highland cow? I'm just saying. offering the suggestion. So that's what I'm doing in my shop. I talked to Terry about this, and that's what she's doing as well. She's bundling in smaller bundles, but at least bundling it together to make it more bang for your buck, if you will, because we're trying to be a little bit more budget conscious when it comes to you guys buying our designs. You get more bees with honey. So I hope you understood the philosophy as to why I'm bundling things. You're like, Nikki, I don't need everything in the bundle. You're right, but someday you might, and you'll be thankful for that bundle. That's it in a nutshell. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Thanks for being easy on me today when I had no back office help today. So thank you so much. Thank you guys to Claire from Blanktastic. I just you see what I did there? So Claire from Blanktastic, thanks so much for these. You'll be seeing more of her stuff as well throughout the week. We have the door that we have to do. We have a gnome we have to do. We have a lot of things that we have to do this week. So hopefully I can get to it all and get some designs up there for you so you guys get a lot more eye candy. Until then, I will see you guys, you know where, on the flip side. Have a great rest of your Sunday, everyone.